of your groups
Yeah.
or within them. And then a cluster is you just do everybody within one group.
Yeah, no, I think stratified sounds good.
That's what I thought. So 5, when designed experiments are conducted in public school systems, researchers typically choose a particular district and randomly select teachers of, say, 4th grade students in that district. The experiment is then conducted using all the students in the selected class. Which type of sampling scheme is implemented? This one is cluster.
Right.
Yes.
At a school fundraiser, the name of every person who attended is entered into a drawing. At the end of the evening, 6 names were selected to receive door prizes. Which type of sampling scheme was implemented?
Simple
Simple
random.
random.
Simple random. Okay, 7. A special interest group is conducting a survey regarding wolves in Yellowstone National Park. To adequately gauge opinions on both sides of the political spectrum, the researchers took the list of registered Democrats and selected a simple random sample of 100 people. Then they took a list of registered Republican and then selected a simple random sample of 100 people. Which type of sampling scheme was implemented? That one's stratified.
Stratified.
Perfect. Okay. Did everybody do 8 and 9?
Yes.
Okay. I would say if not, you need to open the document.
9 and 10.
Or yeah, 9 and 10 on ours, but it's 8 and 9 on the quiz. And so this is confusing.
So what did you get for 8?
For 8, okay, so 8 was 9 on mine. No.
Calculate the mean of the amount spent. 4.77 was what I got, but it says round to 3 decimal places, so
4.771. I got 4.71.
Yes, 4.771.
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't find where I wrote it. Okay. And then 9. They want the standard deviation. I got 1.912.
Correct.
That's what I got too.
Sweet.
Okay. So sorry for that one. Sorry, I didn't do it. What's number 9?
So 9 is the standard deviation. So I took all the numbers from the Crossroads purchases document, and I just plugged them into the quantitative descriptive statistics one, the one where we were plugging in all the data, and then it had that chart of the numeric descriptive statistics.
Okay.
And then it just told me what the standard deviation was. I cheated.
Okay.
No, that's how you're supposed to do it.
I feel bad that I just have to like look at something and it's not that hard because everybody always talks about how hard statistics is. And some of this I'm like, it's super easy. You just plug it in and chug. Other stuff I'm like, yeah, I want to shoot myself.
Right.
So, did you hear what we said the answer was, or do you want us to say it again?
So I'm just trying to see if I can just do it without that other one. So what did you get? 1.912. Okay, yeah. So if you just select all of them, the prices, and then put well, if you say equals ST dev, so standard deviation, and then put it in brackets for that whole selection, then it gives you the same answer.
All right.
Yep.
That's good to know.
Yeah, so for me, what I usually do is instead of going to that when we were doing it earlier, that like for mean and all of them, they're all formulas in Excel already. So you don't, but I guess it's much of a muchness whether you go there or
Well, but question 10 says, did you create a histogram? So now you have to go there and create your histogram, or you have to get that one wrong.
Well, you can make a histogram on Excel as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's, like I said, it's much of a muchness. So it is 1.912.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay. Jessica, somebody, and her research team measured the body temperatures of a sample of diving elephant seals. A thermistor was placed at a specific location on each seal to measure its body temperature. The body temperature of the seals tends to decrease as they dive. The researchers estimated the typical body temperature of each seal at the time they initiate the dive and called this the representative temperature of the seal. The thermistors were placed in the hepatic sinus of 4 of the seals, named Bodily, Roberta, Larry, and Purr. The seal's body temperature at the start of the dive was calculated to be, and then there's a chart. Complete the chart and use your work to answer the next 4 questions. Okay. What is the number that goes in the position marked A in the table above? So that one.
3 decimals.
So that should be question 11 for us. So that one, I got negative 0.165.
That's what I got too.
Okay.
What? Hang on. Well, mine's not going out the decimal places. That's why. Give me 1 second.
You're okay.
So did you guys put this in an Excel spreadsheet?
No, I just did the math by hand.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what, negative what? Because I don't know why that won't go out more decimal places on my calculator.
Negative 0.165.
Okay, I got negative 0.17, so it's the same thing. It's just not, it's just rounded.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a problem if I can't get them to go out the decimal places. I need a better calculator.
What calculator do you have?
I don't have a good one. I have my phone, but I probably should just get a better app on my phone, right?
If it's an Apple, you can turn it sideways and it'll give you like a full-on scientific big calculator.
Yeah, I've got that, but it's not going out the decimal places.
Yeah, what I would suggest is avoid, because I've tried to use that phone and it's not great. I would suggest you rather.
They have they have really good ones.
Yeah, I'd just rather do like an app or go on the webs. I actually used one the other day. I can't remember what it was. I think it's onecalculator.com or something.
What are these kind of calculators called?
The one that I'm using is a Casio FX 991 ES Plus. That's the scientific one.
I'm using a TI-84.
Yeah, so the one that I found that was quite nice is calculator-1.com/scientific. It worked quite nicely because you can type in, you can put spaces, you can copy and paste, and it does all of that, and it figures it out for you pretty much. How's it, Josh?
Hi.
Still gives me only 2 decimal places. All right, well, let's move on. Whatever.
Okay, so 12. What is the value of the number that goes in the position marked with B in the table above? Okay.
Sorry, what was 11 then?
So 11 was negative 0.61, or oh my gosh, negative 0.165.
Negative 0.165.
Yes.
And then, so where is the X bar? I'm struggling. Is that the one that's above?
X bar is
that's
just the mean.
Okay, of all of these seals. So are you taking basically all the seals' body temperatures, dividing it by the amount of seals?
Yes.
Okay.
And for the mean, I got 38.075.
Okay. Let me just calculate and see.
You're good.
One, two, three, four. 38.075.
For 11?
For the mean, the X bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then that's fine. And you just subtract that from the 37.91.
Yes. So you should get negative 0.165.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we're slowly getting there.
You're good. We have a test this week, so it's good that you understand it.
Yeah.
Are we ready to move on to 12?
Yeah, I'm ready if you guys are ready.
Okay. Oh, hey, Josh.
Hi.
We're in the actual group meeting quiz because it's the exact same thing as the review.
Okay.
So if you want to log in and jump in, did you do the review?
Yeah. Sorry. Brain.
You're good, no worries. So if you want to jump in, we're on 12,
Okay.
and then we can go back and catch you up.
Okay. Oh wow, there's a lot of questions. Whew. Forgot about that. Word. Yeah.
Okay, so 12 is what is the value of the number that goes in the position marked B in the table above? And then round it to 3 decimal places. So I got 0.681.
That's what I got too.
Sweet.
So I just had to step out. So what was question 12?
12, I got 0.681.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. And what number are we on now?
Did everybody get 12?
Yeah.
Just double check that it's right on my side.
You're good.
Zero 0.681. Is that what we said? 681.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That's what I got, and Bartholomew got.
And that's just multiplying the two together, correct?
Multiply.
Well, you
Yes.
multiply negative 8.825 times negative 0.825.
Yeah, you just square it.
So question number 30,
13.
none of this is correct, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Question
Say-
number 13, none of this is correct.
Yeah.
What quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers and squared deviations of?
So that one I was confused with because initially I thought it was the variance, but if you look at how you calculate the variance, it's not just the sum of the numbers. You have to like divide it by n minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
They still
If
don't
it-
equal it.
What?
So none of this is
They
correct.
still don't equal it.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure if it was trying to trick me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we all agree that 13 is none of these.
Yeah.
Okay. 14. What is the standard deviation of these temperatures?
I got 715. Anyone else?
I did.
I got 0.715.
Yay, we're all the same.
Wait, what'd you get?
0.715.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, it sounded like a second 7 there for some. I'm like, what? Wait a second.
All right. Number 15. Under certain conditions, the standard deviation can be negative. No,
That is false. That's
it
an
can
easy
never be negative.
Yeah.
All right. In the same study, researchers placed thermistors, temperature sensors, in the 3 seals, Chick, Starburst, and Patty, near their spinal cord and brain in the extradiurnal vein. They placed thermistors in 6 other seals named Sir Richard, Jerry, Sammy, Nut, Jonasy, and Butler in their aorta, the largest artery in the body. Finally, they placed thermistors in 4 seals named Bodily, Roberta, Larry, and Purr in their hepatic sinus. The results from this study are summarized in the table below, and then everybody can look at the table. 16. Which location resulted in the most consistent temperature measures from one seal to another?
The extradural and hepatic.
I said extradermal, whatever one, the middle one, because it's got the smallest standard deviation.
Yeah, I agree. But
Yeah.
you don't know what extradural is? I mean, come on, everyone should know what extradural means.
Yeah.
You're not a seal expert?
No, I failed SEAL 101, so I dropped that path.
All right. That explains
It explains a lot.
it.
Oh,
So,
Lord.
so you would say that because it's the smallest?
Yeah,
That's what
like
I
that
think.
was why I picked it, because the standard deviation was the smallest of the 3 options.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same question on the other one?
So 16 is question 16 for us. So yes.
Which location resulted in
So
the most temperature?
just to be very clear, question number 15, we got false, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 should be false.
Yes.
Is this making sense, Melanie?
So, false.
Because the standard deviation, so it's a measure of how spread out the data are. So like the bigger the standard deviation, the further all the numbers are from each other.
So it's always a positive number.
And so the smaller deviation, the closer all the numbers are, so that'd be more consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
The lowest
I want to
is-
make sure you understand because we have a test.
I know, I'm scared to death for the test.
I already made my cheat sheet and it looks great. I love 0.8 font.
Well, send it over to me.
Are we on a recording?
Email
I could
it.
totally send. I'll totally email it to all of you. I literally yeah.
Seriously, that would be absolutely awesome.
I'll share.
Got no time to make no cheat sheet.
Are we,
Dude,
are
I
we
saw
allowed?
Yeah, you're allowed to have one page of a cheat sheet.
One page and you put it in 0.8. I like
Yeah, I'll
it.
get my bifocals, but
I've got it in 0.8 font, and my margins are like 0.5, like as far out as I could get them.
nice. Send them over. Email it.
I use it to my advantage.
Yes, we will gladly accept your offer.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Next one. The number of the number of hours students spent studying for an exam are recorded. The data are represented by the box plot below. Use this box plot to answer the next two questions. What is the third quartile? Okay, so that's
Number
8.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I got to. 8.
Perfect.
Or is it 8.1?
No, 8.
Just checking.
There is nothing that says to round. Okay, 18. What percentage of the data lies between 4 hours and 8 hours? Note, list the number as a percentage, not a decimal, and don't include the percent sign. Okay.
Between the 4 and the 8 hours. Okay.
So that's 50.
Yeah.
Because 8 is 75% and 4 is 25%.
I
it's
would
50%.
go with that. So
Ah.
just
That's what I got to 50.
So you just put in 50.
put in
Yeah,
50.
That's it.
No more, no less.
We're all gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine. As long as we don't fail the quiz.
Yeah, I start talking nonsense when I get nervous, thinking of this quiz.
All right. Use the following information to answer the next 3 questions. An observation from a normally distributed population is considered unusual if it is more than 2 standard deviations away from the mean. There are several contaminants that can harm a city's water supply. Nitrate concentrations above 10 parts per million are considered a health risk for infants less than 6 months of age. The city of Rexford reports the nitrate concentration in the city's drinking water supply is between 1.59 and 2.52 parts per million, and values outside of this range are normal. We will assume that mu minus 2 sigma equals 1.59 parts per million, and mu plus 2 times sigma equals 2.52 parts per million. It is reasonable to assume that the measure of nitrate concentration is normally distributed. Okay. 19. Estimate the mean measured oh my gosh. Estimate the mean of the measured nitrate concentration in Rexburg's drinking water. Okay. So this one was 20 and I got 2.055.
That's what I got to.
Yes.
Me too.
Sweet. Okay. 20. Estimate the standard deviation of the measured nitrate concentration in Rexburg drinking water. And we figured out where I screwed up on this one. So it's 0.657.
So I just wanted to go through that. So it's 2.055.
Is the mean.
Yeah. All right. And then question 20, have we got that one yet?
These were the ones we were working on, I think, when you first popped on.
Okay.
But we took the two numbers that it gave us, the 1.59 and the 2.52, and did the standard deviation by hand that guy talked about in the video in chapter 3 or section 3 or whatever, lesson 3, whatever those are called in this class. And then we ended up getting 0.657. Does everybody agree, or do we need to go over it?
I'm still working on that.
Okay, no worries.
Did you get 0.658?
657.
What?
0.657, well, 0.6576, and so then it goes to 0.658.
76. Okay, 1 second. 0.43. Okay, there is a 6. So it is 8. My bad.
No, it's fine. So that's, like I was saying, I used the Excel.
Yeah.
I don't get that though. I get the 6 it's 0.65726.
6572. Yours is down. Okay, but that's possible because Excel. Remember, they said that different programs can give you different answers.
What are you dividing by? Like, so with your square root, what do you have underneath your square root?
Who are you talking to, Melanie or me?
Melanie.
.432.
So you need to be taking it of the whole thing, which is 0.43245, and then it'll give you the rest of it. Oh, I think I figured this out. Oh, yeah. Okay. I need a curve.
Yeah, isn't it just that principle or whatever the?
Somebody's got some radio or something in the background. I can't hear anybody.
Okay, so question 21. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says, between what two measured nitrate concentrations do approximately 68% of the data lie? Okay, so I just figured this out, like it just clicked. So it's talking about the 68, 95, 97 rule.
We just got to figure the deviation.
if you scroll up, it says that the water supply is between, so on the far, like, so think of that bell-shaped curve, and you know how, like, we have those, the standard, so you've got, like, the mean, which is the middle, and then you've got your first standard deviation and then the second standard deviation. So the second standard deviation on the, like, left side of it is going to be the 1.59, because anything outside of 1.59 parts per million is unusual. So it's going to be further than 2. No! Oh, thought my laptop died. It's going to be unusual. So the 1.59 is going to be that second standard deviation, like, to the left. And then on the far right side, it's going to be the 2.52. And then our mean is the 2.055. So we just need to figure out what the first standard deviations are. And then that is what our answer is for 22. Does that make sense?
No.
Oh yeah, because it's a standard deviation. No.
So pretty much what we're going to do is you're going to take 2.055, which is our mean, and you're going to add 0.658 to it, and that'll be one of our answers.
Okay,
and then you're going to take 2.055 and then subtract the 0.658, and that's the other answer of where 68% of the data lies.
I think that sounds right.
Somebody's got some radio in the background. I can't hear anything. What's talking in the background? All right, I don't understand this. So you're saying that the mean of 2 point.
Do we know?
2.055 is the mean. And we're going to go one standard deviation to the right and one standard deviation to the left. So you're just going to subtract, and so you're going to do one equation where you take the mean and subtract the standard deviation, and that'll be one of your answers. And then you'll do another equation where you add the standard deviation to the mean, and that is your other answer.
Oh my gosh.
So 21 would be the bottom one. 1.823 and 2.288.
I don't know. I haven't gotten my answers yet.
I didn't get one of those numbers.
Oh, sorry.
The numbers I got aren't even on here.
So the numbers that are on there that are closest to what I got is the 1.357 and 2.753.
Does somebody have a radio in the background?
It's Bartholomew.
Yeah, Bartholomew, I think there's something going on in your background.
You might need to put in headphones.
Yeah. I just sorry.
You're good.
It's much better, thank you.
So, question number, what did you get?
21.
21. Did you get 1.823
So for my
and 2.288?
Yeah, it's that one. So, you're doing it Tasha, you're doing it the other way. You're adding to the large number and subtracting from the small number. I think it's supposed to be the other way around. Where you
do the 2.52 minus the standard deviations?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say that again.
So the numbers they gave us, the 1.59 and the 2.52, those are what we're supposed to add our standard deviations to.
Okay.
Not what I said. Apparently I was doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, because remember the nitrate concentration is between 1.59 and 2.52. So if you had less than that and more than that, that's going to be way more than 68% of the data value.
Oh, never mind. Don't listen to Tasha. I sort of figured it out. I got us on the right track.
Yeah.
So 1.59 plus the standard deviation
Yes.
and 2.52 minus the standard deviation.
Yeah.
Yes.
1 point.
That makes more sense.
So Josh, just say that again. I missed that.
So in order, like, for 68% of the data value, and like, because it's all lying between 1.59 and 2.52.
Yeah.
So in order to figure out where like the where it's gonna like lie in there, it's the standard deviation plus 1.59. Yeah, 1.59, and then the standard deviation minus 2.52 minus the standard deviation.
So
Okay,
it's close to the bottom number,
Yeah, the bottom number.
but none of them are going to be exact right now.
Yeah.
And so you got, because I still, when I do that, I'm not good. So, and we got for question 20, which is our standard deviation, you got 0.658.
Yeah.
And so you're adding 0.658 to 1.59?
Oh,
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you're going to
Because
subtract it.
I get
from
2.248.
That's correct.
So where is that showing on the answers?
Oh,
You're
wait.
getting approximates.
So we just go whichever's closest.
To
Right.
both of our numbers.
2248. So which one? 2248. So okay, so it's one of the 252 ones basically for the first one.
No, it's the bottom one. 2288.
Because it's
28?
also including your second number, which is the 1.89.
One. Okay, well let me look at the second one quick. Sorry.
I got
No, you're
1.8.
good.
-2 minus 0. So the second one is 1862. Okay, and so that's why you're saying it's the bottom one.
Yes.
So pretty much purely on that 1862 number.
Well, it's just average. The closest to your numbers is what it is, approximate.
All right. I know my thinking in the exam, I'd see my numbers so far off, I think, oh, I've done something wrong.
Right? Me too.
Perfect. Okay,
But-
so are we good with that one?
It does seem like that makes the most sense though. I mean,
Yeah.
it should be right.
And if not, we'll just go through the quiz and do it again.
All 30 questions, yay.
I hope not.
All right, 22.
Alrighty. Here we go. The admissions committee for most Masters of Business Administration MBA programs require the Graduate Management Admission Test, GMAT, as part of the application for new students. It has been shown that the scores on the GMAT are normally distributed with a mean of 542.3 and a standard deviation of 120.54. The minimum GMAT score required for admission into the MACC program in the School of Accountancy at BYU is 500, but it is rare for students to score less than 600 to be admitted. What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score above 542.3 on the GMAT? So that we just need to do the Z-score.
Yes.
So which one are you doing it off of, the 500 or 600? Oh, 542.
You're supposed to do the 542.3 as your like X, and then the mean is 542.3.
So it's the same number?
Yeah, so I got 50%. Or 0.5.
Oh, it doesn't make sense.
So you're pretty much taking the mean minus the mean, which is going to be 0. And anything divided like by 0 is 0. And so when you plug in 0 to the applet, the area above 0 is 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I got.
You're putting the Z-score in a 0?
Yeah, because like I got, so on the, like doing the math for the Z-score, the top, my numerator was 0. And so 0 divided by the 120.54 is going to be 0. And so then I plugged in 0 as my Z-score into the applet, and it gave me 50%.
It's giving me a 1.
Did you color in just the
Just the above, right?
side? Yeah.
Okay,
So it should be 0 to 4 is colored in,
okay.
and it should give you 0.5.
Product.
Are we supposed to put the answer in as a percent or I think it's a percent.
Doesn't
No,
say.
it's just, it's not percent.
Yeah, it's the probability. So,
Because it doesn't say to use decimals, and it usually does if it wants a decimal.
yeah,
So
I would say
probability is between 0 and 1. So it's not percent.
Well, no, it'll usually say to round if it wants us to round. So if it doesn't say to round.
Yeah, but it
is it
doesn't say to
5-0
put
or
it in as
just
the percent.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I'm about. Sorry.
We're trying to figure out how we're supposed to enter it, because do we enter it as 0.5, 50%, or just 50?
0.50, just 0.50.
Yeah, I'm going to say 0.5.
yeah, I think let's give it a try like that, because that's the answer we got. You'd have to adjust it to get
Yeah,
the 50.
yeah, that's right. That's a good point. That's the answer in the Z-score thing.
Okay. 23.
And like we said, if it's wrong, we go back.
What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score below 600 on the GMAT? All right. So we just need to find the z-score and plug it in.
Has anyone got it yet?
I got 0.6840.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, no, they're not done.
0.684.
Are we putting 600 as x and minus 542.3?
Yes.
Divided by 120.54.
Yes.
And then so you get 0.479.
0.479. Yes.
And then in the applet, you're saying you're getting?
You plug it in as the z-score, and then you shade below.
Yeah. And you got what, sorry?
684.
684. Because I've got, so 0.47, and you're selecting the left-hand side of that red.
The middle and the left.
The middle and the left.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you want everything below that score.
Of course. Okay, sorry. All right, so
No, you're good.
684. That's the problem, is you make these silly mistakes, and so you've pretty much done everything, and then
Right.
you still answer wrong anyway. That's... Okay, and so we can just keep that for the next answer because it's above.
Yep.
So it should be, am I right, 0.316?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oops.
So for the 25, do we have to use your clever Excel sheet for this?
I have no idea how to even do that. I have no idea how to do.
Because you should get a Z-score table, or like that percentile. You'll have a table that'll tell you what the 10th percentile is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we don't have the numbers that includes the data. Is the problem.
Right.
Is it? I don't think data files.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find what these things have in them.
So there's gotta be, so go back up. We learned about that, like right here. Percentiles, where did we learn about those?
Is the p-value your percentile value?
That could be a very good point, sir.
I think so, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What do you say?
So we got to get our p-value, and I think it's on this categorical dot analysis.
7.
Or we might just be able to solve it with an equation or something.
I'm looking for an equation right now.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so
Okay.
p-value, yeah, low divided by small. Okay, never mind.
We need an N. That does not help us.
What was our mean again?
The mean is 542.3.
2, 4, 3.
Did you guys find what the p-value thing is?
Well, if you go like in the wiki and look at lesson 7 and scroll down 90% of the way, under step 4, it talks about a p-value, but I need a value for n, and I don't have a value for n.
Do we have the other values? Sorry, what's the formula there?
Well, it's talking about the probability. This probability is called the p-value, and since the sample size is large and equals 61, and it talks about all this stuff, and you just like plug in these numbers and pop it out, and then it says using the applet we find the area to the left of z, which is the z-score, and it says this is the p-value. So I don't have all the variables to use that formula, so I don't know that that's right. Unless I'm supposed to plug 10 into n, but that doesn't make sense.
What is the whatever?
So for the formula, it's z equals, for the numerator, x bar minus mu. And then for the denominator, it's sigma divided by the square root of n.
Okay, so but we have the z, we have the x, I think we've got everything except for n, so maybe we just need to work out what n is.
But maybe you can't work out for n is because you don't know what z is. You have to know.
N is the 600 or something. Or is that z?
I'm sure there's somewhere in there it'll say something about an n number, I hope.
Or maybe 500 because that's the required. I don't know.
Well, no, I have a different. So.
To my good friend Google.
Oh.
Look up your test statistic on this program. Yeah, most of them show that you just look it up on a table. On the probability that z is beyond. Oh. Something about Z being greater than or equal to. So we're looking for the 10th percentile. And if value is low or small, we reject the null hypothesis. If it's large, we accept the null hypothesis.
Okay, this says calculating a percentage. Calculate the z-score. Put the percentage at the top, maybe. Click the areas under the curve only.
So, what's this score did you get? So
I haven't calculated a z-score or nothing.
Okay, so what I did is I took the 600 minus 542.3, then divide by the 120.4. Then I got that was 0.478. So 0.478, and I use it as a z-score, and the area
We're making it too hard.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
When I shade the area above, I got 0.316.
Lesson 5 talks about how to do this. It talks about how to do the 90th percentile, which would be the same as the 10th percentile.
Well, we have to find the 90th percentile in the next question.
I know. And in lesson 5, in the number 3.4, calculating percentiles using normal distribution. You click for 90th percentile, you click left of the positive z-score.
So what if we put, because at the end of the day, it's the probability, isn't it? Like the area. Wouldn't that be your, would that not be your percentile?
You're trying to find what so the area is the point, like for the next question, 0.90.
Yeah, so if you're wanting 0.90, then surely the area is your percentile because you are 90%. So if we plug in 0.9 on the area, it will give us our z-score, surely? Or what we look. Isn't the area the percentile as well?
It might be, but it wants the score. And so if we just plug in that, it's not going to give us, because like the 10th percentile score could be 110, but it's not going to tell us that.
Is it the z-score or the area score that it's looking for?
It's wanting the test score that corresponds to the 10th percentile.
So would it, okay, then your z-score is 1.282 according to this.
Yeah, that's what I get too, 1.282.
And then, so you can plug that z-score in maybe, I don't know.
No, that is the answer I think that they're wanting. What's the 10th percentile?
No, but they want the GMAT score.
Yeah, so then you can use the z-score formula to find out what x is.
Oh yeah, you back it out.
Does that sound right?
Yes. Minus the mean, which is,
I don't know if it's the right way of doing it, but I think it might work.
is it a negative
Okay.
or positive 1.282?
Yeah. So if we take the z-score, the negative 1.28, multiply by the 120.54, then subtract it from the 542. I think we are going to get the answer.
Okay. Is that basically what, when you change the formula to the, so the formula is Z is equal to X minus X bar over deviation, is that right?
Yes.
Why are we doing
Yes.
600?
So
I don't think 600 has anything to do with it.
No, yeah, 600 is just saying that those people are going to be admitted more than likely if they score that high. So 600 doesn't have anything to do with percentiles or.
Oh, I just saw Bartholomew's chat, and that's why I got confused.
Okay.
So that was the previous question.
Okay.
Oh, that was the
Yeah.
previous question. Okay.
Okay, never mind then.
So am I right? We substitute them in as 1.282 is equal to X minus 542.3 over 120.54. Does that sound right?
I think so.
Yes.
So what are we saying the answer is?
Give me a second.
Okay, I just got confused. I thought you guys all were like done and moved on, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't figured this out yet, guys.
I get 696.83, and it says round to a whole, so 697.
That's what X
What did you
equals?
got?
I get 697.
Are you
There's
saying
no
X?
way that that's the 10th percentile.
On the
You
GMX.
figured out the 90th percentile on accident.
Okay. So oh, it's supposed to do negative. All right. Sorry. Aha.
Well, at least you answered the next question.
Okay, so everyone just put in
How
for
we
the next
got
question.
I want to know how we got that. Plus,
Did you get 338?
It's probably right.
388. Yeah, 388. Yeah.
No, 338 for question number 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So I just had to minus instead of plus those two. So 388, yeah. I got 388.
Yeah, 388. Yeah.
what? Oh my gosh, I'm so lost.
So you're taking that Z-score formula, and then yeah, like they were saying. So when we got the Z-score in the applet, when we take the area, we get the 10th percentile Z-score. Then so you plug in the negative 1.28 for the 10th percentile, and you plug in the positive 128 for the 90th percentile.
So the negative 1.282 is the x or the z?
Z.
Okay, so it's negative 1.282 plus 542.3.
So your x is your unknown, your mean is your, so your x is your unknown.
Yeah, now I'm trying to figure out how to do that times. So it times it's negative 1.282 plus 542 times 120.54.
So just say that again.
I'd type it in the chat.
Somebody else, because I'm wrong. Somebody else type it in the chat. I have no clue.
Okay. So so 1.282. So it'll be negative 1.22 to minus. I don't know if you need more than that to work it out from there. That's the 10th percentile, and then if you're wanting to get the 90th, then you just make it a positive 1.282.
Yeah, my problem is working it out from there.
Okay.
I'm not smart.
No, so then you just do cross multiplication. So this part, the 120.5, which is at the bottom, your denominator gets multiplied by the 1.282. It goes across the equals, and it multiplies between, so 12054 multiplied by minus 1.282, and then you go is equal to x minus 542.3. You with me so far?
1.252 times the 120.54.
Yeah, so negative 1.282 times the 120.54.
Okay.
And then you've got, on the other side of the equal sign, you've still got x minus 542.3. So you're going to take your answer from the left-hand side, which is minus 1.282 times 120.54, which is 154.532. So that's on your left. Yeah, it'll be negative, sorry. So that'll be on your left-hand side. And on your right-hand side, you'll have x is equal to negative 542.3. And so you just move that negative 542.3 over onto the, make it a positive and move it onto the left-hand side of the equal sign. And then, so it'll be a positive 542.3 minus 154.532.
I get 387.
I think that's right, isn't it?
What did he get?
If you round it up, I think it's 388.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I got too.
Oh my gosh. And that's the 10%?
That's the 10th percentile.
Yes.
388.
Dylan already figured out the next question.
Like Josh was saying, you got to just think about it logically as well. Like, because like with me, for instance, I gave you the 90th on the first answer. And so if you look at it, the chances of 90% of people getting 697 doesn't sound right. Whereas 90% of people getting 388 sounds a bit more reasonable.
Okay, so how did you do the 90th percentile then?
So then you're taking the Z-score on the positive side.
Yeah.
Because if you look on the applets, then to get that side, you'd be, then if you highlight, let's just see. Am I right? You guys will have to back me up on this. If you highlight the everything on the left of the positive Z-score, it gives you your 90th percentile on that applet.
So what did you get for that one?
697.
Yep. That's what I got too.
Melanie, are you happy with the cross multiplication? Was it just like do you understand how to do it?
I don't know.
It's all right. It'll be easier.
I just messed something up. So can you, oh gosh, that was answer 25 was 388, right?
Yeah, correct. And then
What was answer 22? Because I just overwrote that one.
20.
It was 0.5.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just overwrote the top of that one. Sorry. Okay, and then the next one, 90% is a 697.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm slow.
That's fine.
All right.
So could we do a similar thing for 27 then, where we take 0.25 in the top?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just do the same thing with the first and the third.
And you use the same thing?
So would you say it's negative 0.67 Z-score, or what? Do we then do the whole thing again, where we find out what X is?
I think we got to find out what X is.
Yeah, you're gonna find out what X is because it wants the because the first quartile is gonna be the score.
Okay, so they're wanting the actual score. Yeah, okay, all right. So it's
So we just do the same thing we've been doing.
Okay. And so did you guys get 0.674 for the Z-score?
Yes.
Okay.
So I pauses too. What did you get?
We'll be
For
with you.
which problem? We're just now starting 27 and we're doing the same thing that we just did for the previous two. And the first quartile, it's the same as 25%. So we're just plugging in 0.25 to the area and then solving for X like we've just been doing.
Yeah, so I got pauses 1.
You got 1?
461.
Yeah, pauses 1.
Oh, 461. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I get as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that can't be right.
Wait, what?
It can't be right because the 10th percentile is 388.
Yeah, but this is only the 25th percentile, so that's about right.
First quartile, sorry. I'm thinking first percentiles, like that can't be right. Okay, no, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. It's so funny because like now that we've figured out how to solve the problem, like these other ones are going by so fast compared to how long it took us with 25.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how math works? It's about figuring out how to solve the problem, then those other problems
Once
that
you know what you're doing.
take no time.
Yeah. And the third quartile is 75%, correct? And so it's the same thing again. We're just minus as opposed to plus. No, doesn't quite work like that, but it's... So did you guys get for third quartile 623?
Round it up.
Round it up.
Sorry,
Yeah,
624.
624.
I'm working on it.
Getting there.
Oh, gosh.
You guys got 624?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was rough.
We did it. We're almost done.
Okay. Consider a simple random sample of 15, n equals 15 taken the GMAT. What is the mean of the distribution sample mean? It's the same as our regular mean.
Sorry.
Our mean is our mean. So it's going to be 542.3.
So what is
Going off the same question?
What?
Going off the same question? I mean,
So 29, the mean of the samples. So like if we took a sample of our sample, the mean is still going to be what it was for the parent, the like original one.
Yeah.
Good trick question.
I hate that one. It's tricked me up so many times that I've just memorized it. Mean is always the mean.
I can see you don't even want to path. You just make sure you don't want to get any confusions coming in after that. Mean is mean, mean is mean. Be mean.
Yep.
isn't the standard deviation the same too?
No.
No, deviation will change.
The deviation changes. You have to divide it.
Isn't that when it's the square root of n?
Yeah.
Yes. So you do our standard deviation that we have, and then you divide it by the square root of n.
Is the whole thing divided by the square root of n, or just the standard deviation?
Just the 120.54.
So I got 31.123.
Yes.
Sorry, 31123.
Yeah.
Yeah, 31.123.
Okay, cool. Man, I wish we could write this.
I'm adding stuff to my cheat sheet, so once I finish revising it, I'll send you guys the complete one.
You should send it to us. Don't give it away so easy.
No, send it.
Post your banking details in the corner here.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so question 31. What is the probability that the sample mean GMAT score for a simple random sample of n equals 15 students will be greater than 600? So we do that longer version of the z-score.
Yeah. That'll be in your cheat sheet, eh?
It is. So it's just the z-score we've been doing, but then the standard deviation is divided by the square root of n.
Yeah. So do divide the square root of n after you've done all the standard, the normal z-score?
No, so like you have it as part of your denominator. So your denominator, rather than being 120.54, becomes 120.54 divided by this, divided by the square root of n, and that answer for that equation is your denominator.
Okay, all right, got it.
And what's the top two? Is that the 600 minus?
Yeah, 600 minus our mean.
So did you get
Hang on, we haven't gotten 542. Sorry, I'm.
So actually, the answer, the bottom then will just be our answer from the last one. Is that right?
Correct. The 31.123.
But then we need to fill in the whole thing because otherwise it changes the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Don't say no.
I hate when I hit the wrong button.
So, what did you guys get for that?
So for my z-score, I got 1.854.
And the other one we got 31.123.
Yeah.
And where's my applet? I lost that one.
This is killing me. I'm gonna die.
Wait, you're gonna be fine. You can do it.
Don't worry. You don't have to worry. We've got Tasha's sheet.
Greater than 600. Okay, where's my applet? 600. Okay, so the actual answer is the area greater than my z-score.
Yeah, that's where I get tripped up sometimes. I think, oh, I've got the answer, and then you don't go to the applets.
Yeah, so did you get 0.032?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me shoot it.
What, 0.032? Because it's below?
Yes.
But you round.
No,
to
it's above.
And so it's 0. Oh yeah, that's some points. Duh. I'm like, I only see.
The easiest way to remember that is you just look if it says above or below, or greater, or lesser.
Zero. So the answer to that one is 0.032.
That's it.
Yes.
I got all.
Except.
So 31's answer is 0.032.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I thought you say you got all, but you sound like you're about to say except.
No.
All of them. Okay, so we can submit.
So I think question number 20, my answer was 0.233.
20.
Yeah, that's what I got too. I just didn't say. I didn't. I was gonna go along with what they got because I thought I was going crazy.
So
I got 20 wrong.
What is 20? Because I haven't submitted it yet.
It's 0.233. That's what Bartholomew got.
0.2.
Not 0.685
Yeah.
or 658.
Is that the difference? So you subtract the answer that we put in by 1.
What was 20?
Yeah, so what did we do? Because I haven't submitted it yet. How did we figure out?
So Bartholomew, was that one where you would say 0.658 minus 1?
No, what I do is I just do cross multiplication.
Yeah.
And after that, I do the division, and that's what I got as 0.233.
233. So what I can't even remember what we were talking about on that one. So okay,
That one
so
is supposed to be the standard deviation.
okay. So,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't
okay.
know how we got it. I mean, I don't know how you get that.
I don't know how I did it wrong either.
Because I did it exactly how they showed us in the
What
video.
was it? So how did you do it, Bartholomew? Just so we don't get tripped up on that.
So I I popped the two equations out of it, and after that, I did a cross multiplication, and I got 0.233. So the first equation was the mu minus 2 times the standard deviation equal to 1.59, and the second one, the mu plus 2 times the standard deviation equal to 2.52. And after that, I just did the cross multiplication.
So you substituted what you. So, so I just want to. So did we have the mean and the deviation, or which one were we missing?
Is the mean.
We're missing the mean. We needed the mean. Is that what it was? No, we needed the deviation. Okay, so we had the mean. Okay, so did you substitute from question 19's answer into the equation?
Yes.
Okay, and then so you just needed to figure out what the two deviation was.
Yes.
Okay. And so for the two of them, what did you do? Did you work each equation out separately?
Yes.
Okay, and then when you got an answer, then what did you do?
I did a division.
You divided the two answers.
Yes.
And you divided them by each other or by 2?
By 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so confusing.
All right. Well, it seemed to work at least. Maybe.
Well, tell me, can you put the equation in there so I can see it? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Cross multiply, I don't understand what that means. Once you've gotten those answers, 1.316 times, I don't understand what you're cross multiplying.
$68. Now, one standard deviation is to get the 68 is one deviation, or is it 3 deviations?
What?
On that 68, 95, 99.7 rule, is the 68 one deviation or 3 deviations?
One deviation.
So it'll be one. So in other words, sigma is 68th percentile.
Which answer did you guys get wrong?
The 20. Everything else is right except for that one. But
And it was 0.233. Is that correct?
that's what Bartholomew's saying. It's not 0.658. I can tell you that.
Oh, Shem, are you going through it all over again?
No, not for 1 point. I'm happy with a 96.5.
Okay. All right.
This took almost 2 hours for us to do. I don't have another 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm supposed to actually be at youth 50 minutes ago.
Well, Bartholomew was right. We'll say that.
Oh, he just wrote it in the chat. Or
Good.
no, that's something else.
That's it, I think.
Oh,
He wrote U minus 2Q equals 1.59. That's new.
I wanted to copy this. Let me rather copy the equation from the question and see whether.
Oh, he's using the formula in the questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, we calculated for the mean that was 2.055, right? So when you plug into the numbers, and we should be able to after doing the substitution for various sides, we should be able to get a 0.233.
So he just solved that equation. So the U,
Yeah.
he plugged in our mean.
Yeah, but that
So-
doesn't come out to that. It comes out to 1.316. So
Hold, let me one second. Let me try this. Because it should equal what sigma is.
Yeah, I think it will.
Because you're just solving an equation. So it has to equal whatever the thing is. So if we go, so it was 2.055. 2.055.
It's basically just subtracting 2055 by 1.59 divided by 2. 2 point, it was 2 point, yeah. So that, okay, I understand it now. So because the 68th percentile is just 1 sigma. Is that right?
It should, so when you plug it in and you solve the equation, you get 0.233.
Yes.
Because I just did it. God, that was really smart, Bartholomew. Ah.
I don't understand, but whatever. Okay.
No. So listen. I got you. All right. So I'm gonna go away. All right.
Yeah, I understand plug it in, but I don't understand. So you're solving for the standard deviation.
Here's how you want to write it. You want to write it as, so on a piece of paper in front of you, you're going to write 2.055 minus 2x, because x is sigma, equals 1.59. So then you're going to take your 2.055 and subtract it to the other side of the equation. So the 2.55s will cancel on the one side, and then you'll do the 1.59 minus 2.055, and that'll get you negative 0.465. And then on the other side of your equation, what's left over there is negative 2x. So then you're going to divide your negative 0.465 by 2. By negative 2. So your negative 2s will cancel with the x. And then on the other side, you'll get your answer will come out to be 2.325. But then you round it, and so it'll become 2.33. Or 0.233. God, I can speak English.
I think
so now
you have now better explained it than me, because I'm not good in explaining things.
No, I don't. Okay, so.
Can I just ask, would 68 be the same as saying 1 sigma, and 95 the same as 2 sigma, and 99.7 as 3 sigma then? If you said 1 sigma is equal to...
No, because 68 is from 1 sigma on each side of it, because it's the area. So the 68s are the area of the deviations.
Because isn't that why we're trying to find 1 sigma? To take away the 2s, because you're wanting to actually be within the 68th percentile.
No, so when you look, so if you look at the applet, and just for like easy visual sake, on the z-scores, just plug in 1. So if you look at it, so the middle section, so the 2 red lines, that is 1 deviation away from our mean. And so the area is the 68%. So it's that entire thing, because if you just do the 1 deviation and think about it like that, you're going to be going from 0 to 1. So you're only going to get half of the area. rather than from -1 to 1.
You mean 0 to 1? -1, -1. Okay.
Does that make sense?
No.
Okay, so let's say that so you need to pretend that like 0 is 50%. So I got a 50% on my exam. One deviation lower than me and one deviation above me. So say it's the deviation is 10%. So I got 50. So there's going to be 40% is the -1. And then above me, that one will be 60. So it's everybody included in that area is what it is. So it's actually counting 2 of them, but it's not considered a deviation. It's the area of that whole thing.
Okay.
Does that help? I'm sorry. It's
No,
confusing.
that's fine. It's my. I'm just slow.
You're good. It's okay. I'm slow. I'm faking it very well right now.
Okay, I see what you're saying though. Like, so if you put 68 in the area, and then you select that area on each side, it's showing basically 1.
So you want the area in between the red lines, and that's
Yeah.
68%.
That's a 68, yeah.
Correct.
And so everything
But
is
the
is
standard deviation from the mean, so the mean is 0, and a standard deviation is how far from that 0. And so really we're talking about 2 deviations.
Yeah,
We're going up and down.
Yeah. The 68 would actually be the -1 and +1.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I think I got it.
No worries.
Oh yeah, so I did the other 12 questions, by the way, guys. I figured it out. I'm good.
What 12 questions?
The first 12.
Oh, the first ones.
Oh yeah, you missed them. That's right.
Yeah, I did
I'm
them though.
sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Y'all were talking, so I was like, let me work on them right now.
We took that long, eh? You could do 12 questions in all that time.
I mean, most of them were like, just like, it wasn't a lot of like math needed in those 12. It was just
No, they
more
were
like,
pretty easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give Joshua credit where credit's due. That was pretty good.
Gold star, man.
You get a gold star.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so I will send you guys what I have for my cheat sheet.
Please.
Okay.
Like I said, after I cleaned it up, because I just wrote all over it. So I'll make it look legible, and then I'll send it to you guys.
Okay.
So give me about an hour or 2.
And we'll get
I'll send
Bartholomew
that to
to
you
be our
guys.
auditor to make sure everything's 100%.
Everything was good except for question 20. So if you haven't submitted, you should be good too.
No, I'm just being silly, but
Oh.
but no, thanks. It's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys have a good one, okay?
Right.
Alright.
But,
Melanie, are you okay? Do you need any?
no, I'm gonna fail it, but that's all right.
But
You're
do you
not going
need-
to fail.
Hey,
It is what it is.
if you say that you're going to fail, you're more likely going to fail it if you put yourself in that mindset.
Well, true that, but I really don't understand what I'm doing. So we'll see if after I study and get her study guide, maybe I'll.
Melanie, can you sign up for tutoring?
You know what? Honestly, I wish I could, but I don't have time right now. I wish I could. My life is so overwhelming right now. It's impossible to. So what I get is what I get from you guys and what I can actually pull out of studying without falling asleep. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Well, I hope you do well.
I spend my time falling asleep on my books more than anything. So because I can't keep them.
I know that feeling.
Fine.
The one time I did a quiz, I got 0 for because I started it and then I fell asleep in the middle of it.
Oh
Right.
no.
And the
Well,
time
as long
ran.
as I go to that, we'll be okay.
And then the time ran out, so that was.
You know when
fun.
it's due? we have till tomorrow to do it, right?
Yeah, tomorrow I think at 11 p.m.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
Another sleepless night.
Hey, I believe in you, Melanie.
Thanks. I need it.
Me too. I'll pray for you.
I'm looking for your email, Tasha, and we'll go from there. But thanks, guys. You guys help a lot, really.
You're right with the cross multiplication. You don't want to. Do you need any further help with that quickly, or you're done?
No, it's not. You know what? It's not even. It's not even the actual mathematical functions. It's actually knowing which function to put with which question. It's actually what are they actually asking me, because that's the stuff I can't pull out of the question is what function am I supposed to do? Because I could do all the functions and they'd work with a number, but that doesn't mean it's the number they want. So that's where I get in trouble, is not knowing exactly which thing to do. So
okay. All right. Well, then, all the best of luck for all of you guys, especially.
all right, thanks guys too. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Good night. It's 1 p.m. Wow.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.